Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Dawn of War Dark Crusade that I'm doing. And this is pretty much a good point to start off the campaign map, because from this I can just pretty much gather and remember perfectly what was going on, what the next plan is, or not remember and just wing it and make up the plan from here. But I'm pretty sure last time I said I was going to attack the Orc stronghold, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing this time, because from memory, and actually from very recent memory, attacking and conquering this place is actually very, very easy to do. So we're pretty much, if this works, we're going to have Gorguts and his entire Orc army off the board. Well, not really, but his main army won't be able to attack anymore. What I mean by this is, like, this represents his commander, and if we kill and take over the Orc stronghold, even if he was meant to be somewhere else, it'd be counted as we kill him at the stronghold, and he wouldn't be around anymore, leaving the two Orc provinces that are already there. All they could do is defend themselves from attacks. So either other teams would conquer them, or I would eventually conquer them anyway. So off we go and attack, and I let the narrator start talking, because he has a cool intro for every single stronghold.
Those opposing Warlord Gorgut's headhunters Green Tide faced the same challenge the Tau had faced on Cronus for generations. Pushing the Orcs back from the deserts and cities was one thing, but dislodging them from the jungle was another altogether. Even the legendary Tau leader, Commander Farsight, had failed to purge the Orc-infested swamps of the Green Coast. Still, a complete purge wasn't necessary to break Gorguts. The Warlord had cobbled together his great horde, or Wa, in the parlance of the alien, from a large number of fractious clans and tribes. So long as the Warlord led the Wa to victory, their clan's loyalty was assured. But with enemies assailing them in their very homes, discontent reared its head among the Orcs. Secondary chieftains wondered if they might not make better warlords than Gorguts. With these fissures in the Wa widening, the Orcs' enemies struck. They drove deep into the Green Coast, hoping to eliminate Gorguts himself and plunge the Horde into infighting and rebellion. For Warlord Gorguts, the only solution was to crush the attackers under unrelenting waves of Orc warriors.
Yeah, and now that he's finished talking, that was actually quite interesting what he said, because I'm going to explain two things here. First off, Commander Farsight is, interestingly enough, a rebel Tau. So how the Tau work is, as I think I explained in the very first video when I was briefly explaining all the factions, the Tau are kind of space communists, and they worship the great, not really worship, but they follow the greater good, which is meant to be like everyone basically works and helps each other and all equals, yeah, basically a lot like communism. Except Commander Farsight is a Tau general who got really, really disillusioned with the greater good, because he was out in some place, which is apparently very close to here, or might even be here, and he was just fighting Orcs. Now, the thing with the Orcs, as I explained in the first episode, is that they come from spores, so it's really, really hard to get rid of them, and he didn't have enough flamethrowers and stuff to constantly torch the place, so the Orcs just kept on coming back. Also, because he was fighting the Orcs so much, basically word spread around the like Orc enclaves and stuff, kind of like gossip about the big fight that was brewing with Farsight. So really, really big, tough Orc war bosses went there because either one, they wanted to convince the Orcs who are already fighting him to join their cause and their war, or two, they just loved the idea of a really, really big fight, and it was fun to them, and they wanted to fight Farsight because apparently he is a commander who can give you a really, really good fight. So, yeah, Farsight is kind of, in the current timeline, just stuck facing a endless horde of Orcs, basically, and he thinks he can kill them all, and he kills heaps, but they just keep coming back. Also, because of fighting Orcs so much, Commander Farsight is actually, his entire faction is a very melee-oriented bunch of Tau, which is very rare, because normally Tau are all about just, oh, we'll keep them at range and blast them with their guns so much nothing's left. But him and his warriors have had to face so many Orcs they couldn't do that. Like, they'd blast as much as they can, and the Orcs just keep coming. So the actual in-game model for him has a giant plasma sword and a shield, and he just runs around in his battles, so instead of shooting stuff, just hacking Orcs to bits. It's awesome. Also, when it comes to Gorguts, and his and like when I explained about the clans, that's actually how a lot of orc wars end. If you kill the leader, the orcs start infighting with each other, and basically the smaller war bosses, as the narrator already said, will go, oh, look, we'll go, oh, I think I'm a better boss. I bet I could be the better boss, and then either the war boss will have to whack them over the head hard enough with a weapon that they listen, intimidate them by yelling at them, or just plain old kill them. And that's why I love the orcs. They're such a wonky, ramshackle, funny race. But one idea actually I have came up with that has never been done in the fiction so far, but I bet it could be done, is an orc war boss who purposefully kind of just, well, not really drums it into his warriors, but basically he only keeps the super loyal orcs who would never betray him and butchers all the rest over and over again. Like, even the ones that will die, he figures out about the spores orcs have and starts like flamethrowing and torching them. I got a feeling that a Blood Axe orc, like an orc from the Blood Axe clan, would be most likely to do this because they're all about underhanded sneakiness and tactics, and they're actually willing to learn more than other orcs. Like, they will actually use tactics, where the most orcs' concept of tactics is we run at them, we yell wah, and we shoot. Yeah, so I'm actually surprised that Games Workshop and everything has never really thought of the idea of an orc war boss who just is breeding like a really, really loyal bunch of orc warriors who, like, even under the worst conditions will not falter because they know he's the good big bad boss and stuff like that. So on to the actual mission.
You think you can sneak about without me boys seeing ya? You think you can come for me, Ed?
How did he get there?
Orcs is never beaten in battle. Shut it, you grot! The rest of them are coming and we got to be ready. Tell the boys there's some killing to do. I made them big banners to remind the clans that they better keep their boys in line. I don't want no squigheads looking to fight me when the enemy's right here. Gorguts is the war boss. Got it, you mudsuckers? This here voicey box let him talk to you. So open your ears. Listen up, you grots and squids. They's coming for us like we some kind of humy kits, but we ain't. We's the orcs, and this here is gonna be one great fight. So get your choppers and your shooters ready, boys, 'cause there's some killing to do. Head Crushers, you ready? Foot stompers, you squiggles and such ready? Burner boys, you wanna fight? Rocket Rangers, you in it or what? And what about you, Quick Mix? You gonna let these other runts get all the good fighting done? That's right. We're gonna crush 'em all. This here is a right and proper war!
Yeah, it's kind of funny Gorlagoth says that, because so far his WoW has failed a lot against my forces. Like, pretty much every time he comes against them.
Bring your biggest chaos boys or what? I don't want to waste no time on your little runts.
Your time is the last thing I wish to waste, alien.
Then
you
quit
hear the
your
voices
yapping
too?
and get to
It is as though
fighting.
1,000
Enjoy
mouths
your
cry
last
out in
moments of
pain.
bravado, orc.
Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, I'd like to commemorate that extremely stupid Chaos Warrior who snuck in here as Sneaky Dave. It's a pity he's dead now because, well, yeah, Gorguts killed him. Seriously, I have no idea how he just got in there and was able to just, like, not be seen, because we're not one of the sneaky Chaos Space Marine teams here, we're the Word Bearers. They're about, like, as bloodthirsty as most Chaos Space Marine legions. Sure, if we were like the Night Lords or something, it might make a bit more sense. Yeah, and as you can also tell with Gorgot's talking there, basically every single answer was, you ready? And then they just go, wow, so yeah, pretty much all the orcs want to fight me. How's the fight going in the middle? Chaos Cult is dying, just like as expected. And I'm completely out of resources. Well. Oh good, both raptors are still alive. I thought they might be dead by now. Especially with that big mech around here. I mean, not big mech, mega armored knob. Yeah. Oh, brilliant! He's attacking the building. That's exactly what I actually wanted to do. And oddly enough, my Chaos Cultists here are actually not running in fear. It's the orcs who are actually scared. I expected the opposite by now, but I mean, oh wait, I guess this makes sense. Wait, no, it actually doesn't make sense. I thought it might make sense because Elithos is leading them, but he's leading a different cultist squad. Yeah, so these things right here, the war tracks, they've actually ended up facing quite a few of them. And one of the things that that you can do with them is upgrade them with a bomb chucking thingamajig, like a bomb chucking compartment. But the thing is, that's actually a little bit damaging to your own forces a lot of the time, because it will just, like, because all your orcs generally close combat except for a few certain types. What will happen a lot of times is your orcs will just run in there and then they'll chuck bombs at your own orcs.
Whatever you desire. Yes,
and end up killing quite a few of them.
We will work faster.
Yeah, so as you can see, the orcs attacked me with a huge wave there. So I'm just going to build up a little bit and fortify before they come again. And plus, I also, as I said before, it's a really good idea to always take all these strategic points. And of course, get a little bit of power going. Otherwise, I won't be able to build any of the much tougher units at all. And again, like last time, I won't just turtle forever and take utterly forever in this, because that wouldn't be very entertaining. Just keep in mind, this might be another quite long video, even though the first one was about already an hour long, because it can take a while to get through the entire orc base, because you'll soon see they have a lot of stuff. I've played this mission before, so I know.
My life is forfeit.
Yeah, one thing that's kind of neat about Dark Crusade that Soulstorm doesn't have as much is the banter between the commanders. Like basically you heard Elithos saying like that Gorgoth's time is the last thing he wants to wait, because Elithos is like a pretty bloodthirsty guy as well, since he's a Chaos Lord, and yeah, he wants to basically cut off Gorgoth's head and mount it on his trophy rack. For different reasons. Gorgoth wants to do it, but actually not much different reasons now I think about it. Gorgoth wants to do it for Gork and Mork, the Orc gods, and Elithos wants to do it for the Chaos gods. By the way, the Orc gods are kind of funny with the description, because the description of Mork is cunning but brutal, and the description of Gork is brutal but cunning. But there is quite a big difference between them. Yeah, Gork is just, as I said, like really, really brutal, kind of like Khorne, only more whacking enemies over the head with a club instead of a huge axe. In fact, from how the orcs are, it may be that Gork is actually a little bit less bloodthirsty than Khorne, because Khorne's warriors, they'll just work themselves up into a frenzy like the bloodthirsters. I mean, not bloodthirsters, berserkers, and if there's no one else around to fight, they'll just start killing each other. But with orcs, sure, they might do that at some points, but if a big, tough enough orc comes along and whacks them over the head, they will not go and attack each other. So in a weird way, orcs are slightly more coordinated than Chaos Space Marines at some points. But that's only the berserkers. There are many followers of Khorne who aren't berserkers, like just your average World Eater, which is a certain legion of Chaos Space Marines that follow Khorne. They will just use average guns like bolters and bolt pistols and chainswords. Well, I mean the berserkers do use bolt pistols, but they also use chain axes.
1,000 mouths cry out in pain.
because they want the
Whatever you
biggest,
desire.
heaviest, most choppiest thing around. In fact, that's actually the main reason why they don't go around wielding thunder hammers. It wouldn't be good because that wouldn't appease Khorne. They just
But of
whack the
course,
enemy's head and their head would explode, and they want the skull to give to Khorne. Because Khorne loves him those skulls. In fact, he has an entire throne made out of them. When the Berserkers say skulls for the Skull Throne, they're actually talking about giving Khorne a skull as a present so he will like them more. And then he gets to mount it on his giant throne, made out of skulls.
With me, worm.
Both badass and insane when you really think about it.
Do not trifle with me.
We are chaos. Chaos.
So I'm going to leave one squad of cultists and one raptor back here. Because when you control a huge amount of units, they kind of tend to just jumble all over the place.
I see with purpose.
I mean, maybe I should actually be waiting to get vehicles before I attack, because the orcs pretty much have everything on this map anyway, like, Okay, that's really weird. I really expected them to actually have this point captured by now. Like, this is the orcs' land, and they don't have a point captured. Who would know?
We can serve you. We are
Yeah, the cultists can also get, a bunch of, range. Oh, apparently Gorgas likes to collect skulls as well. Oh yeah, right, he's an orc.
Crushers, he's coming for ya!
Yeah, even though I could tell my cultists to go and start actually fighting the orcs, I think I'm just going to leave them right there capturing it. Kind of because I can. Not that much of a smart tactic, but I just feel like it. Also, that ability right there, it's kind of what the Berserkers do, Berserk Fury. It increases the, yeah, it makes them take, I was just reading this, then it makes them take less damage and also deal more damage. Oh wow, that raptor's really going to town there. Yeah, as I said before in the first episode, I really like the execution animation for this game.
We will work faster.
Oh, and while that was going on, I have enough stuff to upgrade to the first, do the first upgrade for the stronghold, which is great. That means soon I'll actually be able to get vehicles. I'm just trying to think, is there any way I can go and get some kind of scout unit? What am I talking about? Of course I have a scout unit. This guy. I mean, his jetpack is super fast because I want to see what's over here.
Do your bidding. We are the destroyer!
Elephas! He's our man. If he can't jump that
Okay,
jet,
so-
no one cares.
Oh, one of those vehicles as well.
Consume us! Take us to battle!
Yeah, those vehicles can get really annoying because if there's a single dude fighting them, they'll just keep on launching their rockets over and over and over, knocking them down constantly. Also, the rockets are actually very good at destroying vehicles and buildings. Oh, that's not good. That thing's gonna mess up so many cultists. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Everyone back up. Lead them towards the soon-to-be-built turret. Yeah, so once this is built, I'm actually going to upgrade it to a rocket turret because that will make it much better at destroying vehicles, and that's exactly what we're facing here, a lot of vehicles.
Shut up, Coleman! My
Yeah,
heavy
so that
bullets
there,
is the
that's
support.
what
If you
Gorgot's
keep
talking
crying for
about.
it, I'll beat you to death with it!
A trophy rack on his armor. It doesn't want to do that a lot. Oh, come on, it's not even going to have the upgrade built. Oh, wait, it did. Okay, good. But it's probably going to get destroyed like I thought. At least there's another one getting built. Damn, that thing's annoying. At least while everyone else is getting a really good chance to just shoot them. Like the entire time it was bashing my cultists to bits. All of my Chaos Space Marine back here with just non-stop firing at it. Yeah, it should be dead pretty soon. I really would like it to die sooner though, because you see it's killing my Raptor champion. I really want him to live. Now it's making Elephas just himself.
Hey, oh, here's one out of your books.
I mean, you could say sure he's a Chaos Lord, but you're just watching cultist after cultist after cultist get butchered. Which, I mean, sure, you could say, yeah, he's a Chaos Lord again and doesn't really care that much about their life, but he does definitely care about his own life. And he doesn't want to get butchered by the Defiler. I mean, not Defiler, Killer Can. Yeah, I forgot Defiler is what the Chaos Space Marines have. Okay, so while that's happening, is the upgrade's done. In that case, I'm going to build more heretics since one died and get vehicles.
We serve.
Because, if you remember the first episode, they were awesome at fighting the enemies and probably still will be. Wow, that was a lot of overlapping voice lines.
Bless us, Great One. Thank you. Thank you,
I want to
Master.
build it there. Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't want to build a building, the delete key on your keyboard is what you use to get rid of that kind of stuff. Although one thing to keep in mind is that like Space Marine buildings and stuff, and Eldar buildings will actually they'll keep something on the floor to let you know that what's actually there. Like there'll be an actual building dropped in from the sky, Orcs as well. But with Chaos, if you don't start the building being built, eventually this little red circle, as you can see here, will just disappear, and you will just have an invisible spot where there'll be a built building. It can be quite annoying sometimes, so just so you know, if there's sometimes something and you just can't find where it is, just like for example, let's say you built all the maximum, whatchamacallits, you built all the maximum power generators and you want to build more and you don't know why you can't build any more, just check around for random unknown buildings.
He's our man. If he can't jump that death threat, no one can.
Yeah, so right now I'm debating whether I should turn this turret here into a anti-vehicle turret, but I've decided I'm not going to do that because it seems like to me that one anti-vehicle turret's enough, and they really don't do that much damage against infantry, weirdly enough, even though they are shooting rock. And also I've got this thing upgraded, which makes it much, much better at just killing orcs. So, holy crap. That is just so many orcs.
Even side, left side, mini greenskins, handle it.
Oh good, I got that upgrade at the armory. Now I can finally start giving them heavy bolters. Yeah, I actually haven't given them like last time I was playing on the first episode, I haven't really given anyone heavy bolters when maybe I should have, because they are really useful, especially like one of these like a slightly worse version of one of these turrets here, and you can just have them lay down so much supporting fire with it. The reason why I'm building this building here and not my main base is because I want to save up space. Like save space, I mean.
Of course, Master.
Because the more I build stuff here, the higher chance it is that it will start clogging up the base and I won't have enough room to have my vehicles come out. Or other way more important things, I don't know, like maybe I'll get even a Bloodthirster stuck there, which I don't want to happen at all, since it constantly loses health when it's out of combat. And you might be wondering here, like, why are you actually upgrading these strategic points down here all the way up to the next level? That is because they get you bonus requisition, so I might as well. And yeah, I could be going around the other way and capturing the other point, but I'm getting enough requisition here. In fact, the only thing I'm really low on is power right now. And I can just easily get that by building more generators. And then once I have enough generators, I can just go and get myself another whatchamacallit, another base.
Go where they please.
I can just like dump it here or somewhere. So right now I'm just getting a few more upgrades, but even without them, I'm pretty sure this here is a big enough army that I'm confident enough I can attack with it.
They hear their doom approaching.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the heavy bolts at work. Also, I'm going to keep this guy right here on the, Oh, that's good. The filer's already doing its work. Just chucking that Mega Knob around like it's a toy.
Enemies of the dark
Yeah, reason why I'm
gods,
keeping that dude there on just shoot is because he's got a plasma pistol, which does a decent amount of damage. And as well as that, I don't want him to die because he's already got like half his health. If I just keep sending him in, he will die.
We are eager to please.
Yeah, so right there, the kind of path planning is messing up. So I'm just ordering everyone to move in much closer and attack instead. Hopefully the file, yeah, that's fine. The file is actually getting to move properly. Oh, that's actually a lot of them. So what I may do here is kind of, yeah, I'll do kind of a hit and run tactic. Well, not really hit and run, but just let's say just call it tactical retreat. Even this guy, just get him to jump back here. Oh, this attack is not going as planned at all. It's time to actually just retreat back to the base because more guns better. I'm getting the dialer to return back as well because it can take the small arms fire that the enemy's throwing at it, but it will die to the... Yeah, because even though it can take the small arms fire from most of the orcs, they have brought stronger stuff like that big mech over there and whatever's shooting rockets at it. In fact, I'm just going to order the filer, stay its ground here, and order the cultists to repair it because it can dish out quite a lot of firepower. Like when it shoots its main cannon, it shoots its Reaper autocannon, which is basically like a really heavy machine gun. And then as well as that, it will also shoot its flamethrower if the enemies get close enough. Also, oh good, the big mech's dead. So I guess I'll launch Doombolt. Because Doombolt launches very damaging magical bolts that the sorcerer can launch. And as well as being just very damaging, they also... Yeah, they also reduce the morale of enemy units by heat.
It is as though thousands of worlds cry out in pain.
Oh good, the filer won. See, that's what I meant by the battle cannon being really useful. It just destroyed that orc tank, even though the orc tank is exactly what you would normally use to kill a defiler. And now I can also get a Chaos Predator because I've researched enough vehicle upgrades. And just upgrading to the last bit of the stronghold because that will let me have like the last upgrade for the stronghold will make it the best level, of course, naturally, and also unlock the more vehicle upgrades and everything else, like the Bloodthirst and everything. Also, I love it there how the orcs are just dead inside the building. It's like they're actually being sacrificed. Okay, so time to work the bolts a bit harder because this is really not getting repaired fast enough for my liking.
My life is forfeit.
And once this is done, I was going to say once the Predator is built, I'm going to try and attack again, but I guess the Predator is built right now. Yeah, I just about all the time put it on the stand ground function because the Predators, even though they say the line, we will grind them under our iron treads, they're best off. They're actually best off being kept at range. Their guns tend to just freak out and not know what to attack when they're really close up. Okay, so this is great. What's happening here is this war buggy is just dying hopelessly because not only is my defiler being healed, but it was constantly just being shot. And it had no healers. It's kind of funny that Gorgas is saying that because basically everything he's sending in is just dying to all my mass firepower. Yeah, as you can see, that usually happens. Like, you shoot him, many things in this game, you just shoot them once with a bunch of Doom Bolts from the Chaos Sorcerer, and they just freak out. It's wonderful. It's like having an instant flamethrower that you just throw at the enemy. That'd be kind of a funny weapon. Like, here's a flamethrower, what's it for? And it just explodes at their feet like a grenade. Completely pointless, that awesome.
Of course. We do your bidding.
Oh, that's awesome! So apparently last time, I hadn't even noticed it, but I actually destroyed this because this was actually a higher level last time I came here. Wondering what's happening here. Sometimes the cultists will kind of bug out like that because the last cultist in the squad hasn't properly moved up to the current location. All the rest of the cultists will just sit there going, what do we do? Same here. It tends to happen a lot when there's vehicles around. Dawn of War is quite an old game, so you have to forgive its shortcomings. Or not, or you can just rage heap for the shortcomings, I guess, but I'm not going to do that because I don't really see the reason to get that angry over it.
It is as though
Alright, next point captured.
Out in pain.
This is going well so far. Yeah, now they're really going to feel the pain now that I've started researching Chaos Energies. If you don't remember what that does, it basically increases the damage by predators and stuff like that by heaps and also increases the armor. It's just generally all around more powerful stuff.
Bless us, Great One.
Yeah, unfortunately, even if I build a demon pit here, which I'm going to do, even when I have that, I won't be able to get the Bloodthirster right yet, because I will have to wait to get a relic, which, as you can see, is in the middle of the map right there. So, I'm currently going over in that direction, but I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, this is neat. This predator is just completely taking on both of these. I'm gonna give it a bit of backup though. I mean, why not? Don't let it do all the work. Yeah, once I have Chaos Energies unlocked, I can start researching las cannons. But I think I'm actually going to keep this predator how it is because I can build another one. And I'm going to outfit that with las cannons. Actually, I think I'm going to outfit it with some las cannons because you have the option for replacing the auto cannon at the top with twin linked las cannons, and then also replacing the side heavy bolters with las cannons. What I think I'm going to do is actually mix and match the two things by replacing the heavy bolters on the predator, like on the next predator, with las cannons, but keeping the autocannon, because the autocannon is kind of a in-the-middle weapon. It's good at attacking both. It's good at attacking both. So I'm just trying to think because the enemy's attacking the base. All right, so two defilers should pretty much deal with all this, and since they're since they got a lot of stuff here, I doubt their vehicle's actually going to destroy that much. You need to remember to keep him on shoot function so he just doesn't die.
Get out of boys! They break real good.
Yeah, so yeah, I could send something back here, but they're sure, but all they really do is destroy a few buildings, and the reinforcements are already on the way. I can rebuild all this. And right now I'm just ordering it not to attack the defiler because anything with kind of like a machine gun, I've just generally learned in this game, it doesn't function too well. Ah, good, it's finally killed that. And now I'm going to send the next defiler in to kill these bunch of orcs because it's a close combat vehicle, and once it starts getting in close combat with them, they will have to fight back in close combat, making it so that they can't shoot. Oh, damn it. They got other orcs ready to attack it. Just getting repaired while they're shooting. The defilers of the tree just don't get crafts. Because like I said earlier, they're basically demons in tanks. And I've noticed that in most fiction, that kind of stuff, demons generally just don't give a crap. Oh, neither does this guy. He's just 1v1ing like two, well, not even 1v1. He's like taking out an entire orc squad.
That is the way to hell.
And by the sounds of it, he still wants more.
Meeting resistance.
Oh, this is why I like love the Chaos factions. They're just so hardcore. Oh, that guy's oh, he's already shit scared. Oh, I'd be too. He's like running in there. He's like, wait, no, this is not a good idea, not a good idea, and it's just dead.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it makes it really realistic that the when you actually like retreat the units you have, because they really would be thinking something along the lines of, like I just said then, this is not a good idea over and over before they finally die. And in that case, orcs may be pretty like stupidly brave, but that's when a lot of other orcs around get like just one orc, and he's generally not going to be that brave at all, even if it's a mega armored knob. I mean, would you really run into all this even if you were an orc? I wouldn't. What we're gonna do here right now is just like kind of scout a little bit with the tank, because it has got a huge range, so it can basically destroy both these warbanders. And you can see like the autocannon is really doing a number on that. Every time it goes down by a huge amount, the big gun on top is firing.
Whatever you desire.
And I'm building a second base right here, just in case I need some backup. By that I mean I need to build some more heretics to build more stuff, or I need to build more turrets to defend the place a heap, because the more bases you have, the more turrets you get. Oh, this is great. Like, as the orcs run in and try to attack the tank, they're just shot to bits by the Chaos Space Marines behind them. I'm gonna move them up a little bit. Heavy bolters were an excellent choice. And that, what the Chaos Sorcerer said, is so true for a lot of Chaos Space Marine legions. They just, because they worship the Chaos God, they just keep needing to, like, kill stuff for bloodlust. But I bet some of them in some Chaos Lords do it just because they're bored.
Boys, but bring me the edge.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that all the time. If I was a Chaos Lord, I'd start getting hobbies, like growing a garden with flowers that explode, and I'd basically grow a garden of grenades, is what I'm saying. A garden of living grenades. And then I'd start giving all my followers really specific safety tips, and they start complaining like, well, do you want to die by my grenade flowers? No, thought not, and start listening, stupid. Just keep an eye on the sorcerer there. I don't want him to die. I'm gonna have to build a new one. Yeah, I am going to hold here, but this orc attack right now has definitely shown me that not only do I need a bit of bigger army here, but I also definitely need, well, for one thing, I need to outfit some of my Chaos Space Marines with plasma guns, so they do better damage to vehicles and heavily armored stuff.
It was a momentary madness. Once more into the fray. We must.
So what I'm going to do so far is just get them right near the base, except for these two squads, because they aren't that injured, but if I... oh wait, they are. So if I keep them near the base, then they get like this little aura around them that I explained last time, which makes it that they take reduced damage. And I'm just repairing this because, yes, I could build the vehicle producing station and start making more of them, but right now I just want to fix the one that I already have so I don't lose it. Both options make sense, and I will do both, don't worry.
Chaos consume us.
Bless us.
Okay, both defilers here are fixed. I'm just going to build one more gun in replacement. Oh, neat! Again with the kill animation. I'm gonna name that Defiler Billy. Billy the Defiler at your service, really doing his job. Lord. You know, that would probably anger the demon heap inside. Like, right now, he's probably swearing his head off and be like, Billy, how dare you!
Sanity is for the weak.
My name isn't Billy. Although some demons would actually be very glad you call them that. They just kind of go along and kind of amuse you with it. Like, be like, yes, my name is Billy, whatever, because in this universe, demons don't want you to learn their real name, because if you know a demon's real name and you speak it, you have power over it. That's why it'd be hilarious if Billy's real name was Billy. Then you could have power over him while calling him Billy. That'd be his true name. Me, that's actually kind of lagging. So there's a lot of bodies here. If it starts getting too much, or the game starts crashing, I will turn off the persistent body. But for now, I mean,
such
come
a
on.
good frisbee.
Now we know where he landed. That was hilarious. Why wouldn't you want to have that? Again with these stupid orc attacks. Okay, good. He misses sometimes, and the cultists do a pretty good job. I mean, heretics do a pretty good job repairing. I was going to like, make this one forced to work faster, so basically he repairs it faster than you can even damage it.
Get at 'em, boys! They break real good!
Yeah, that's why I built so many extra guns back there, because as the like, sure, there's orcs at really far away ranges, but then when they start coming closer, like this killer cannon and everything will really just start firing at them. Now I'm gonna tell them both just to focus on that. Everything else can deal with the orcs. Oh, that's a lot of them. But it actually really doesn't matter. Like, this Defiler, it can take them all on, and after it's killed them, I'll just repair it. Yeah, I can really actually tell this one to go into close combat as well. Oh wait, there was an orc right there. I had no idea.
Whatever you desire.
I'm not sure what that turret was even doing there. Oh, other places are getting up. Go back there. Like, that's Billy's 4th or 5th one. Just mega knowledge for days. He don't give a crap.
Is forfeit. We're here for the dark gods. I try to do your will. Whatever you desire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I actually have the max number of heretics built. I really wish I could build more though. Okay, good. That thing, Billy is finally just pretty much totally repaired.
The repairs.
I can finally build my straight. I didn't want that.
Your sword, though.
Yeah, I wanted this.
Weaklings.
But of course,
Then I can build Corn Berserkers a lot closer. Corn Berserkers in this game, if you don't remember from the first time, they were awesome. They have no morale bar, so they can't get scared. They're just that bloodthirsty.
Whatever you desire.
Yeah, I really feel like I want to build more stuff at the same time, but I'm not going to, because yes, I could queue up things for them to do, but they're just gonna do it one by one anyway. Like, the cultists take quite a long time to build. In fact, I want to get it done fast. I don't care if the cultists die. They need to start playing like a real Chaos Lord would. Because if they die, I'll just build another cult. I got spare requisition, and I want the things to be built a lot faster than they're being built.
But of course, Master.
And the reason why I'm building like so far on the edge of like the build zone is because the vehicles can get pretty stuck otherwise. Oh, I totally forgot this research. It's excellent. Unholy Sight. It makes every single cultist become an infiltrator detecting unit. So normally only stuff like the Chaos Cult, like the Sorcerer could, but with that upgrade, every single cultist becomes one. So like this entire squad, right down here, like including the one with Elephas, will start becoming a infiltrator revealer.
It is a good pain.
4 vehicles. Oh, I guess I'll just research. Why not research all the stuff here? So the other base over here can, I guess, research more. Oh, I guess there is no more to research. Oh well. And after this attack is finished, oh, they blew it up. Since the main army is pretty much dealing with everything down there, I'm going to build another 2 squads of Space Marines just to make sure the home base is defending it, because so far, this entire army and everything seems like it's just doing it. And I don't want it to be just defending the base barely, I want the base to be fully defended.
My life is forfeit.
Yes, that's obvious. I'm not even sure who's saying that, because that's basically the voice you heard that then was like the voice of the Chaos Space Marines, which before these guys got built, like they said a few seconds before these, they was said before they got built, there wasn't actually any Chaos Space Marines that could have said that.
On our way!
We must kill
For the Dark Gods, at your command! We are Legion!
Yeah, I know there's something attacking me over there, but if you could see on the map, the red little blip just disappeared, so whatever it was died.
My life is forfeit.
Damn, these guys have a lot to repair.
My life is
I guess I'll take
forfeit.
2 and just repair this Defiler, because it's more important than this to me. And yes, I know I could go and just force them to work harder. But I don't want to do that, because then I won't pay enough attention to them and they'll die and I just have to rebuild them, and then nothing gets built. Also, reason why I'm not putting Elephos in the squad of Khorne Berserkers like I am last time is because this time I want him in his own little cultist squad to have more morale. Like, right now this is 450, and this only has 350, so Elephos gives them another extra 100. It will mean he will become scared sometimes, but that's okay. Elephos can fear for his life a little bit. He just has to man up and become a big Chaos boy.
Yes,
That's why I'm saying that.
It will work faster.
You know, this situation actually did realistically happen in the lore. I bet I'd be some kind of like omnipotent demon prince who constantly knows what Elephos is doing. I'm like, there's like my invisible hand directing him, like, yeah, go there, Elephos. I don't care if you're gonna become scared. Be a big Chaos boy. Elephos is like, okay. In fact, by the sound of it, I was that. He would actually be a lot less inclined to badmouth me and stuff than the Khorne Berserkers, but they are just so sassy. Insane, but sassy. I know he said something about set us loose, but it just sounded like one of the Khorne Berserkers just yelled, "I am a moose!" Oh, I love that thought. The Chaos makes you that mad. And now that I've finally destroyed one of the banners, you can watch the glory of the orcs fighting each other.
Get him! Ain't no grot lovers gonna leave me war! Chop them up, boys!
Boss! The head crushers! It's rebelling!
I can see that, you squid farmer! Shut your yap and get back to killing!
Yeah, that orc right there seems to be some kind of... Yeah, he seems to be some kind of assistant to Gorguts because he's always by his side. He sadly, I think, doesn't appear...
The big banner is gone! The big banner is gone! I'm the boss now, so shut it, head crushers!
Whoa, that, Okay, so... I'm gonna retreat right now because this has, like, a lot of it is, the head crushers territory now, so they're kind of like... It notifies you by turning their team color blue. And... Damn it, they destroyed it! If they really attacked them. Oh, that's why they destroyed it. Yeah, that makes sense. They got a looted tank. Yeah, so what I've done here is I've just ordered everyone to retreat back to this point. Because, yeah, I've ordered them to retreat back here. Because... the orcs that, as you heard from the like, intercom thingamajig, the head crushers have started rebelling. So basically, the orc team has been split into multiple factions. Like, or no, well, yeah, I guess you could call them multiple because one of them a bunch of them turned blue, which indicates they were the head crushers, and they are now rebelling against Gorguts. So the orcs will actually fight the orcs, if I was the Imperial Guard, I could actually scan there and you could actually watch the fighting. I mean, I guess I still could. I just need something to go look at it. By the look of it, the Raptor champion I had around here is dead because there's not like a big orange symbol on the floor to show where he is. So I'm just going to repair this and order this tank in to go have a look and see what's going on down there.
Weapons are ineffective against chaos armor. Moving out. Moving out. We're taking fire. Their weapons are ineffective against chaos armor.
Aww. There actually isn't any more fighting going on there, and I guess I am going in there and I am going to destroy the head crushers because even though they could potentially like be fighting the other orcs, Gorgoth's main horde, in this case the enemy of the enemy is not my friend.
Anything for the
It is just another enemy. Because orcs would never listen to my side, like Elephas and all these chaos follows and everything.
For the great powers.
Although they just might if they pretended to be orcs and painted themselves green. Orcs can sometimes be notoriously stupid.
Me. It is a good pain.
Alright, now you can see just how good it is when you outfit a tank like this. This tank here is the ultimate vehicle killer. Yeah, as you can see, the last cannon just ripped through armor. And I'm pretty sure they can even fire, like... Oh. Apparently they can't fire in close combat. In that case, it just... What? It's running away. Wow, I did not expect that. Oh yeah, and also because of, like, how I outfitted the tank, it's actually very good at, it's very good at killing just average orcs as well. That's odd. That actually wasn't a head crusher. That was just Gorgoth's plan. They're red. Their head crusher is blue, by the way. That's how I know. Anyway, yeah, I was surprised that average orc just ran in there because I expected him to get shot by all the head crusher bases and everything.
Golguts' big banner got blown up. Golguts is a grot herder, that one.
Oh. So,
no way. I's the boss now.
Basically what has happened there is a chain, like basically a domino effect. So by destroying that first banner, this has actually never happened before. You and me are the first, we watching this for the first time to see this with me. That's why I was so surprised. That's never happened before. So basically what happened is the head crushers went and destroyed another banner, making another orc clan rebel. And this can, like, this actually could actually canonically happen as well. Orcs would react like that. Okay, that tank's becoming a bit of a problem, so I'm gonna get the other tank to go support it. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it can't. This looted tank can't face down two tanks, especially since it's changed targets. It's helped them drop far too fast. Still, I need more heretics. Oh, he is so close to dead. Eh, might as well. Another heretic, please.
Anything for the great powers.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an annoying thing. The heretics can't actually, like, once their once their health goes down, there's no way they can get it back up. So you do something that just end up killing them if you want the work to be faster, which I do. I definitely want these tanks repaired before I attack again. And I'm willing to spend 60 requisition apiece on the heretic if it gets it done quicker. Basically, this is a lot like ordering something on Express through Amazon Prime. You pay more, but it gets done quicker.
Anything for the great powers.
Now I'm just imagining Amazon Prime as like this evil chaos worshipping cult.
Thank you.
They deliver you all the scum. They deliver all the skulls you need for corn. Oh, I actually wasn't even paying enough attention. I need another heretic now. Next one died.
We're here to serve, Master.
Oh, neat. I have just enough space to get obliterated, which she will get. I didn't get them last time. They're basically Chaos Terminators, which have been infused with so much warp energy that they can morph their body parts at will into different weapons.
To do your will.
Normally, they're actually they're a really good just jack of all trades. Like they can do anything you need, really.
Meeting resistance.
Like in the table, I'm talking about the tabletop version, by the way. Like they can, they have power fists in close combat, which is like a huge heavy armored powered fist or gauntlet used to punch the enemy's lights out, punch them into oblivion. But in this version of the game, in the game version, they aren't that good at close combat at all. But they are really good in like when at ranged combat, and they actually they live up to what they, not really their namesake. I guess they do live up to their namesake. They do obliterate things quite well, and like the lore I told you about them, how they can just how they can morph their hands to different stuff. They actually do that. Like if you order them to attack a light unit, they will morph their weapons into yeah, they will morph their weapon. Another one of those tanks. Getting serious anyway. So they're saying they morph their weapons into their hands into like rapid fire machine gun, and then they morph their weapons into las cannon in order to attack another tank. Oh, and that guy's dead.
Spent to stop the forces of chaos.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to just warp them in right now, so they can help deal with this annoying tank. Yeah, that's what I meant. They also, because they've basically been warped so much by chaos, they're kind of half insane. That's why they have, again, no morale. They can't be scared, ever. It's working really well. In fact, they're shooting it so hard, they're nearly, like, flipping it. I wouldn't be surprised if it just did flip.
We must kill. Just take us into the thick of it.
Okay, so while all that's going down, the orcs of this side actually seem to be pretty weak, so I'm just going to attack them.
We're here for the dark gods.
This is frankly taking forever, like a little too long.
This errand is beneath me. This errand is beneath me.
Oh, neat. One more vehicle space. I guess I could build another defiler. Won't know which one Billy is then, but I guess that's a sacrifice I have to make.
The first time. We are under attack. I will have last blood.
Sound like he said I have my spud. What's a spud? Like blood and spud mixed? It's a bloody potato.
Give them the pointy ends.
Now I'm just imagining an orc not using the pointy end. It's like using the wrong end of the axe. Just whack them with a blood end. You're doing good, boys. More of that.
We're here for the
And the guys down here haven't even fixed all the tanks.
We must kill.
Wow, that's not good. Files are taking way too much fire. We can lose them back up to the main base. Good thing is that everything over here is kind of handling the situation very well, so I can kind of leave them to their own devices. Like, not many of them will die. I can just concentrate on defending the base. But that's why I really need to be paying attention right now. This is actually working out brilliantly right now. Yes, that is shooting up everything, but two defilers down here. Whatever. I need to send them in now to kill the tank. They're like the best chance I have at killing the tank. I need that dead to just keep killing everything up here. And if the defiler dies, I'll just build a new one. I mean, yeah, I have an angry demon on the loose, but there's no repercussions in the game. What I mean by that is, like, the defilers, they're, like I said, they're crewed by demons. And when one of them, like, gets destroyed, the demon actually gets loose. So, realistically, what should be happening is very angry demon should come out of the tank, and then anything near it, it would normally like just whip around with chaotic chains or something and just destroy it. But that's actually not the case, and the violet just blows up. Because it would be very hard to code, I imagine, like a neutral entity that is just mad at everyone, wants to kill everything, and just, yeah.
We're here to serve, Master.
Something that just
My life is forfeit.
fights every team.
My life is forfeit.
Okay, so the Heretics actually did a very good job repairing now. It's fully repaired. The Obliterators seem to do a very good job killing this stuff, and mostly just... Oh wait, this is the injured one. I need to leave it here to get repaired. I suppose while that is being captured, I can just try and move on to the main base.
I heard you the first time. As you wish, but
We hold it now.
Oh, the banner's already destroyed here. Probably the work of Gorguts' guys running in and destroying all the Head Crusher banners, since I'm guessing those banners were Head Crushers. Yeah, so that thing in the middle there, that's what I... Already, I just fixed that tank. It's getting so frustrating. Yes, there's ordered them to teleport right next to it. Oh! That's a lot they've walked into. Oh, okay, so it's finally giving me my last objective. Basically, I kill Gorguts, and I win. Oh, everything's getting so caught up here. Kind of a battle at the crossroads situation. And just like in a lot of World of Warcraft maps I've learned, don't fight in the middle. I'm talking about PvP maps, by the way, not regular maps. That game is like, it has gotten so easy by now, you can basically face for a lot of stuff. In fact, there's a funny story I heard about. If you look up, just look up World of Warcraft arcane mage rotation, because at one point in the game, a certain type of class you could play, the mage, you could play, one variant of it was arcane mage, and the rotation basically stands for a bunch of different combinations you'd press when playing the class. Like, for example, 2, then 2, then 2, then 5. That's an example, like, with activating certain abilities. That's a rotation. And the arcane mage became so ridiculously easy to play at one point that all you would do is you could just spam this one ability called Arcane Blast. So there's this video of this one guy, he's like, I'm going to show you how to play Arcane Mage, but beware, it requires like a really high IQ, and it's very complicated. And then he just starts mashing a keyboard on his face.
Chaos is our master.
Much more funny if you actually look it up yourself.
Chaos is our master.
Oh good, there's finally no more orcs in the way. Oh, but this is only a tiny amount. It wasn't like a huge amount like it was last time. These guys will be very swiftly dealt with, and then after they're dealt with, and these guys, I guess, always more orcs. What I said before, there's more orcs. So again, I'm just ordering him to just shoot a doom bolt at them, and then also just grenade them. Because I've researched grenades. My guys have them now. Honestly, why fight fair? The orcs aren't fighting fair. Got giant tanks and bombs, so why not use giant tanks and bombs and stuff against them? It's just, that's the way of 40,000 universe. Unfairness in a nutshell. Chivalry is out the window. That being said, though, Korn does somewhat like it. He likes it much more if you just plain old spill blood, but if you are honorable, he respects you way more than if you're super like using assassination and stuff, and poisoning someone's line. He hates that kind of stuff.
The weak fight back!
Oh, there's a banner over there. Which means... Oh, I got a great idea. I'm going to capture this. Then, I'm going to build the Bloodthirster. Then I'm gonna sacrifice one of the I'm gonna get a champion for one of the Chaos squads. In fact, this one already has a champion, so I'm gonna just sacrifice its champion, and then send the Bloodthirster over here alone because the buildings, whatever orcs over there, sure won't be able to kill it fast enough.
Whatever you desire.
And then once that's done, once it's over there, I'll order it to destroy the war banner, making the orcs fight each other even more. Yeah, again, even though I could order my, even though I could research everything basically being invisible, I just don't want to for some reason.
Great one. Oh, bless us, great one.
Also, this is super annoying. I really want to build in this location. In fact, I'm just going to take this Colders over here and order him to build here.
Of course, Master.
Because the fixing here is almost done.
Anything for the great powers.
Also want to get done faster. So one dead Colt is coming up, and I mean, Heretic, another one built. Such is the way of chaos.
We're here to serve,
I really wish
Master.
there actually was another way that I could, like,
We're here
order
for the
them to
Dark
build
Gods.
stuff.
Gods, let him take the Maw of Gork! He ain't no boss! Get him!
Oh, well, that's neat. So, apparently, this place was called the Maw of Gork. Don't know why they really called it the Maw. There's nothing Gears-like about it or somebody. Yo,
Facing on the dance floor,
Oh, I'm definitely gonna add some funky disco music in this part. Damn, my
Dance,
chaos
boogie,
beast
shuffle.
know how to
Dance,
dance.
boogie, shuffle. Dance, boogie, shuffle.
That's so apt for the club.
Shovel!
Like, why are you full
Shovel!
You should
Shovel!
be killing stuff. Personally, I like the idea of just like worse things to that, just something for just having a disco party in the middle of battlefield. I mean, these guys basically are Chaos Undivided, so like they worship all the Chaos gods at the same time, so that's pretty apt. Should have been worshipping Slash right there. Like, disco party! Come on, boys, let's get down and get funky and get killing! If only I had some noise marines, they could make some excellent dubstep. Yeah, if you don't know what noise marines are, basically they are Slanesh worshipping Chaos Space Marines that have gotten so addicted to hearing noise, they basically have the equivalent of the dubstep cannon from Saints Row. Except it actually makes a little bit of sense, because instead of like just making dubstep which makes things blow up, they just play sounds so loud that they like crack armor and like rupture organs and stuff. Yeah, kind of nasty again. They are kind of insane. But you don't get to see that in Dawn. Like, you can actually build the unit in Dawn of War 2 and you don't see all that happening. You just see, you just hear like heavy bass sounds and see like a purple wave of sound come out. Even though sound, I know, has no actual visual representation. I mean, other than just sounds, how else are you going to represent it? Then if like you're doing like a competitive esports scene or something, you'd need some indication of the unit actually firing, and they fire kind of like flamethrowers.
My life is
the sound.
forfeit.
If you just seen nothing, then I guess that would be like the it'd be pretty much the ultimate what should I call it? Like ultimate sneaky weapon.
It is as though 1,000
Stealth weapon, that's what I was going
cry
for.
out in
Okay, so
pain.
now it's Bloodthirster time. I think I heard one of the Colders yell about his spleen in that. Oh, I thought I needed him to fly in there, but apparently he doesn't even need to do that. Okay, maybe he does just to get past these units because his pathing is mucking up.
We are under attack.
I mean, I might as well do it again just to get past all the turrets. He's taking like literally no fire from any of this. Alright, oh, look at him go! Oh, that band is getting so destroyed.
Told you the boss wasn't so tough. He can't even protect his own banner. Bet your Gorguts ain't so tough neither. Yeah, let's find out.
Okay, so at this point, I have a feeling. Oh, he's not even attacking. The orcs have glitched us somewhere. Okay, since that's happening, I'll just leave just the obliterators here to defend, and I'll send everyone else in. And now that we have the Bloodthirster screw building on that point, it's time for the huge attack that will hopefully... Why did they go this way? That was so dumb of them. They could have actually had a chance if they fought the... Oh boy. Yeah, so they actually have their old... Yes, destroy banners.
I don't want no squiggins stomping our boys. You murder boy kids, they's right there. Get a burning.
Okay, where is it? Good. Get the fire. Not the fire. Get Bloodthirster in there. Get him to fight. He'd love that. Ooh, we're actually taking a bit of bite there. Also, what are you guys doing? You make full berserkers. That's very uncharacteristic of them. They'd be like the first to run in, just screaming blood for the blood god, trying to kill that. Oh, look at that! Look, one of Elephant's buddies is talking to me. I guess he wouldn't be that much of a buddy. I mean, he's more like Elephant's meat shield.
We have Bloodthirster! Oh my dark god! It's an angry mutant green chihuahua!
Oh, wow! I didn't know it was that powerful. He just ate someone as well. The file is dead. Oh, it's almost dead. Did I lose the kill? How is my population over this gap? Good, the Squiggles is finally dead. Now I can finally attack the main base. Not going to worry about any of the other banners because yes, it makes the orcs fight each other, but I can just kill all the orcs. Ooh, I think they said something about this guy making the Squiggles stay under control, so I think if I kill him, they all start going nuts. Exactly what I want to happen. I will devour all your souls. Probably going to happen now that I have the big dream they don't kill this Squiggles. Mass firepower and shouting blood forward. Ability that is there, it makes them paint the mark and corner of the floor. It makes enemies flee, like even orcs. I guess they can just like feel how angry it is. Now I'm going to use it once to kill everyone. Yeah, I'm probably like throughout this entire fight and everything just gonna add its really like talking battle music because this is what this deserves.
Gorgut's big banner just got itself stomped.
Oh!
We'll stop all the Gorguts, boys.
It's kind of funny because like they turn on Gorguts, but they never stop turning on. Like they never stop being enemies with me. So like, yep, they now think Gorguts is a little weakling, but the fight is right in front of them, so they still get eaten by an angry Bloodthirster. I find that kind of funny. And Doombolt to the face. What, he died faster than the kill sorcerer can Doombolt. I'm impressed. And I'm not going to capture this point right here because, well, it's kind of pointless to, I guess. And just keep attacking them. Oh, look at that! More nummies for the Bloodthirster. Not giving a crap about morale.
I'm going to bash your head in.
That's one thing that's slightly annoying when you have heavy bolts. You have to constantly order your troops to like kind of inch themselves closer because they'll like otherwise just stay at their maximum range and then not all of the units will actually start firing. Also, I could just straight up move into the main base, but I really want to destroy all this because, as you can see, this is one of the main buildings where they produce all like these killer cans and everything. It's actually going to be really useful to just kill that. Oh, all the way over there. Even though it may be best a little bit to regroup or something, I really, really just want that thing dead because it keeps just bombarding us like with its artillery. Actually, kind of un-orc-like. I expected, since the orcs driving it, for the driver to start yelling "Wahoo!" like Han Solo at the end of Episode 4.
At its own pace, alien.
Once more, into the fray!
How about dying? You do that any faster? I got to plan the rest of me day. I will miss this banter once you are dead, or you rabble.
Chaos and Gorgot's actually having a conversation in the middle of this. Kind of funny that Gorgot, Elephant actually said he would miss the banter. Never expected him to say that. He may be enjoying this, but like I'm just getting damn frustrated with Gorgot. I want him dead as soon as possible. He's just trying to follow him. Yeah, I just realized since like basically winning so much, I would just send everyone, literally everyone, get over there. That's odd. I have like nearly all cultist squads are dead, yet my population is still so high.
Enough time. We'd finally start finding some useful cultists.
But
no! They all have to
bad
die!
day Gorgot's
Seriously, why do we only
shot at
recruit
like so much, and there's the bloodthirster
army?
right there. I'm gonna send Elephant in because he really wants to kill him. Kills and everything. Of course, no reason why he can't have help. Elephant's the type of guy who really would cheat in a one-on-one fight. Like, this isn't even a one-on-one fight at all anymore. You can chain Gorgot's to the floor nice and he's scared. I mean, I would be too if this happened to me, even if I was an old warlord as big as Gorgot's. Getting shot in the face by so much stuff and all these orcs would die.
Your screams are music to my
Or maybe
ears.
someone's even gonna get a finishing move off on him. No, guess not.
Got me yet. Got me one more surprise for you.
The boss? Who is getting shot up?
Ain't you the master of the obvious? Use explosives.
Captain Obvious, the orc.
The bomb, you kid. The bomb.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Gorgoth actually has a little bit of blood accident because he tends to. He's actually running away at this point. A lot of other orc warlords would just stay and fight even when it is like. So even that blows up, so.
Always have your tunnels dug and ready.
You sure is smart, boss.
Shut it, you git. I got me a whole war to rebuild. Now get me the Gorg off of this here planet.
Weird that Gorgoth actually wants to get right off the planet because he still owns two places. He could have just ran over the mountains and regrouped with these other orcs. But I guess since he's...
The massed orc clans threw their full might against the tide of the word-bearers. But in the battle between heretic and alien, the blasphemers triumphed. Indeed, as is their way, the forces of chaos sowed dissent and conflict among the orcs. The once unified band of warlord Gorguts fell into fractious infighting just when he faced the warp-powered heretics. The slaughter that ensued was of epic proportions, but Eliphas the Inheritor's true objective was simpler. The Black Apostle recovered from Gorguts the skull of Krull, the Butcher of Lorne 5. This debased heretic had led the so-called Blood Legion of Khorne and faced the Imperial Guard's 412th Cadian Regiment. Eliphas claimed his severed head for Khorne's Skull Throne, obtaining in this way the favor of the most terrible of the Chaos Gods.
It's really interesting they actually sailed that because this is basically what happens in Winter Assault. So, sorry if you haven't played that yet, but there's a little bit of spoilers. Canonically, like, Krull, really batshit insane, like even more insane than Eliphas, Chaos Lord of the Wordbearers, which is a bunch of like Khorne worshipping fanatics, dies in Winter Assault. Gorgoth claims his head, and now Eliphas puts it on his pointy stick or skull pole, as he says. And now Eliphas claims the head and gives it back to Khorne, so Khorne can probably step on it because Krull was an idiot for being a Chaos Lord. Like, he did things completely uncorn-like. Like, he wanted to kill enemies with poison, which doesn't deliver their skulls and heads to corn. Also, I'm quite happy to see that a 3-to-1 kill ratio. Basically, that's how much I massacred the orcs. Only cultists were really killed. Hardly any Chaos Space Marines were killed, and just so many orcs were killed. And of course, also, race defeated. Completely defeated the orcs. Okay, so one choice here. Oh, I would definitely want to choose. I remember I really liked the idea of this choice one of the last times. Basically, immunity to knockdowns. Which is going to look pretty funny if the Elephant's entire squad of cultists or, like, Khorne Berserkers gets bombed and he's just sitting there like, oh, I don't care. Wait a second. Apparently they both didn't die. That's kind of odd. Okay, so apparently I just completely lost track of where one of the whatchamacallit, one of the honor guards were. I don't know where he went. I guess I just left him at one of the bases or something. Anyway, that was quite the long mission, but that is like to be expected because that was an entire faction stronghold. So yeah, I'm gonna just stop the recording in the episode here before it drags on to be way, way too long. Pretty sure I'm already going over an hour and I already had a bit of trouble uploading the last one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed more lore. And hope you're watching the giant spectacle of Gorguts blowing up his own base because he couldn't win. Kind of a real crybaby move when you think about it. Anyway, bye for now.